death is the greatest unknown. What happens to us after we die? Humans have always pondered the existence of an afterlife. Do we live on after we die? Will we reunite with our friends and family in the afterlife? Humans have also always tried to communicate with the dead. We grieve the deaths of loved ones. It is difficult for us to accept that we will never speak to them or see them again for the rest of time. Religion claims to have the answers. Psychics claim to have the ability to communicate with the dead on demand. Both will offer their services for a price.
Reach out, touch space.
And both warn us that they are only effective if we believe wholeheartedly in them and never question their logic or methods.
You don't like it? Kiss my ass!
Sometimes their claims are downright ridiculous. Sometimes they're odd. Sometimes these claims yield no result at all. Harry Houdini and his wife Bess made a pact that they would try to make contact with each other once one of them died. They came up with a secret code that would act as proof of communication from the other side. Many psychics claim to be in contact with Harry Houdini, but unfortunately, no one was ever able to recite the secret code back to Mrs. Houdini. In the 1920s, Thomas Edison speculated that one day science could perhaps develop a machine that would effectively communicate with the dead. 50 years later, such a machine was created. A Catholic altar boy in Brazil often saw his priest, Roberto Landel Dumara, communicating with a small box. The priest would speak to the box, and it would speak back. Thomas Alva Edison, inventor of the electric light, the motion picture camera and phonograph, was busily at work in his laboratory building a machine to achieve spirit communication with the dead. Brazilian researcher Oscar D'Argano wrote the book, Voices from Beyond by Telephone, which reported details of his long telephone dialogues with spirits. American photographer Attila von Saleh began experimenting with the record cutter, and had moderate success capturing spirit voices on phonograph records and a wire recorder. Marcello Bacci of Italy began experimenting in the paranormal. Soon he began recording voices using an old vacuum tube radio. A spirit team developed around his work, and they spoke to him through the radio sounds. People would visit him in his lab at home, and very often their departed loved ones would talk to them through Mr. Bacci's radio. Today, Marcello Bacci still uses the vacuum tube radio, and his spirit friends not only talk to him, but sometimes they sing to him. The man who was to become a great pioneer in the recording of electronic voice phenomena, or EVP, Fredrik Jørgensen, captured voices on audio tape, while taping bird songs. During the next 4 years, Jørgensen continued to tape hundreds of paranormal voices.
I noticed a very pleasant female voice in some of the taping sessions. It seemed to have an accent, a French accent. Is it Anne Beguinier? Is she with us?
Dr. Konstantin Radiva decided to experiment with EVP. Soon he began developing his own experimental techniques. Like Jørgensen, Radivatu heard the voices of spirits. Eventually he catalogued tens of thousands of voices, under strict laboratory conditions. In 1975 there was a significant breakthrough. Spiritual researchers George and Jeanette Meek met a psychically gifted man, William O'Neill, who could see and hear spirits. The Meeks provided funding and direction for a groundbreaking project of advanced spirit communication, and O'Neill provided the necessary psychic skills and electronics know-how. O'Neill recruited several of his spirit friends into the project. One of his invisible colleagues was the spirit of Dr. George Jeffreys Mueller, a deceased university professor and NASA scientist. It became a rather astonishing collaboration between dimensions, Doc Mueller and Spirit helping Bill O'Neill on Earth design a new piece of electromagnetic equipment that would convert spirit voices into audible voices.
Oh boy, I'll have to get the schematic.